Welcome to Facebook, New York. Hello, everyone. Good to be talking to you on Facebook Live. I know you all have a lot of questions for Logan, and since I play Logan, I'm here in New York, ready to take them all on. So let's hear them. Let's start with the first question. And the first question is from Chandler, and he asks, why can't Rory and Logan quit each other? If I had one simple way to put that, it would be this, and that's love. You know, love is a timeless theme, and Logan will always love Rory for the rest of his life, and that's why they can't quit each other. I think from Rory's perspective, I'd like to say that she feels comfortable with Logan. She can call him up when she's going through a difficult time. She knows that he'll provide for him. So that's what makes them so they can't quit each other. I'm going to butcher this name. Anybody want to help me with this name out there? Risa asks, did Amy give you any insight into what Logan's been up to for the past 8 years? The one thing that Amy said is that he's been entrenched in the family business, and of course, as you guys know, Logan has always had one foot in his family business and then 1 foot in his personal life, which would be Rory. So for me, I kind of expanded on that background in saying that he's been entrenched in his business and he's actually grown to love it. For me, that was a more mature way to play the character for these 4 chapters of Netflix, as opposed to the original series where oftentimes we saw Logan fighting against the business. So Amy said that he's been entrenched in the business, and I kind of adapted that to say that, in fact, he's actually enjoying what he does. Helene asks, did Logan turn out the way you thought he would? You know, in terms of Logan, what I love is that goodbye, and hopefully everybody who's watching this knows that this is going to be spoiler-filled. So what I loved about that episode the most was in fall, and I love the Life and Death Brigade. For me, that whole fall experience was the best of Logan, the best of Rory, and the best of them together. So if I could envision a way that it would happen, it would include the Life and Death Brigade, and that did happen. I think the ending between Logan and Rory is incredibly bittersweet, and I think Amy and Dan did a beautiful job writing that. So if I could pick a way that Logan would finish out, it would be something to do with the Life and Death Brigade, because You Jump, I Jump, Jack was one of my favorite original episodes. So there certainly is a piece of that I loved in the way he finished out in these last 4 episodes. Sherry asks, was it easy for you to get back into Logan's character? I was doing The Good Wife at the same time, and it was interesting picking up one character and putting down another. So it was a little bit tricky in the beginning. And also in terms of the pace, as you guys all know, with Gilmore Girls is incredibly fast. And The Good Wife, if you guys have seen The Good Wife, is not that way. So the trickiest thing was actually the pace of the dialogue as opposed to the character. What actually uniquely helped me as well was in 2015, I went to a reunion at the Austin Television Festival. And that was before we knew we were going to do any of these new stories. And to get prepared for that, I watched all the old episodes that Logan was in. So to be able to kind of have that frame of reference, to have recently watched all those episodes, was a great way for me to easily and quickly get back into the character. And then once I had done all that preparation, got on set, I feel great, was right back into it. All right, so we've only got 3 more fan questions, and Brittany asks, if you could give Logan one piece of advice, what would it be? Don't marry Odette. Chase down Rory. Make that work. She is the love of your life. Odette, I always kind of looked at as part of his family obligations. So I would say if I could give Logan one piece of advice, it would be to chase down Rory. Follow his heart. Alexis asks, what do you think Logan's first reaction would be to the last 4 words? You know, that's a little bit of a question that I can't really go into because those 4 words obviously impact someone and it was left open. So I'll leave that to Amy and Dan to say who is the father of that child. Of course, it's kind of open as to what that is. So, you know, I'll leave it to Amy and Dan to kind of answer that question. Out of all the scenes, Caitlin asks, out of all the scenes you did as Logan, which was your favorite? That whole montage in fall, and there was the montage, and then there was the goodbye scene between Logan and Rory. That whole sequence in fall, I really loved it. Like I said kind of earlier, to me that represents the best of Logan and the best of Rory. The Life and Death Brigade, the tango dancing, the lighting, the steampunk wardrobe, Rory and Logan at kind of their most happiest, and then the turn in terms of the goodbye being bittersweet. So for me, that whole period in fall was my favorite part for Logan. So that's it. Thank you guys to all the fans since the beginning of Gilmore Girls, 16 years. And now being back here, this is a great chance for me once again to say thank you. Gilmore Girls was certainly before and after for me, changed my life, and thank you to all the fans out there for being so incredible.